We've gone over a variety of different ways to convert your images to black and white. Let's go ahead and learn another one. So here we are in Bridge again. I'm going to click our raw image. I'm going to ignore all of this because I'm not going to do any calculation changes, and just open. And Command 0 to make it full screen. Command minus sign's a little bit smaller. Here are the palettes that we're going to be working in. And here is our dog once again. The first thing I'm going to do is go to my adjustment layer and convert the image to black and white. We can see our different avenues to change: red, yellow, green, cyan, blue, and magenta. And you can play with the amount of color in each image. So I'm going to play with the reds a little bit, deepen the reds, a little deeper in the yellows, pull back the cyans, or actually increase the cyans. The other ones I was decreasing. There's not a lot of blue, but I'm going to pop that blue. And these adjustment, I can't give you a specific number to work with because it kind of depends. And you can see here there's not a lot of magenta. So I'm going to pull that, make your adjustments there. Then the next step is to work in our levels. So then I go to Adjustments, Levels, and on the top portion we have the input layers in a graph, in a histogram. The bottom part is the output levels. I'm going to pop the whites in the histogram. Then I'm going to do a little bit in the blacks on the top in the input levels. On the output, I'm going to take a little bit away from the black and bring the whites a little bit in. Then I'm going to open up a new levels. So, and remember, these are non-destructive edits. I can change these, see what they look like at any point. I still have my original image to work with. And then I'm going to do my levels again. And this time what I'm going to do is going to create a layer mask. So I'm going to choose, and we're going to vignette the edges. And I want to focus on our subject. So here is our elliptical marquee tool. And then I'm going to mask the area. Command I to invert. Now I have my mask. Then I am going to go to Filter, Blur, Gaussin Blur. And I'm going to blur the edges while keeping the background or the object nice and sharp because I inverted it. And we don't get to see a preview, so it's kind of difficult. You can kind of see how the blur, let's see, let's go back here, play with that, press OK, Command D to deselect. Let's see it without the blur and with the blur. It's very subtle, if anything at all. But it may work better. Now we realize the depth of field, this is shallow depth of field, so you're not going to see a lot of blur in the background. But I want you to be aware of the option to do a Gaussian blur in the background, invert, and create a mask.